Hello. Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg. Let me clean you off. You're dirty. There we go. I hope you guys and gals are doing amazing. Welcome on this lovely Sunday. Boom, Eric, the first one in the live chat. Now, a cool feature, if you're not watching this live, you can see the chat as it happens live in the video or below it. That's a really cool feature because I think they should have done that the whole time. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me later than today. I knew a lot of you would understand. Whenever something like this happens, when I usually get on later, I let you know on Facebook. So make sure and join my Facebook Ricknineg page. Link is in the description. Because I went to see my grandpa. He's doing great. How old is he? Like 93, I believe. And so, yeah, I mean, it's important to do that. I haven't seen him in a while. And usually the only days I can go and see him are Sundays. And so, yeah, I think it was good. It was a nice thing. I saw him and a couple family members. It was great. It was great. Grandpa's doing amazing. He is, let's see, still walking, still eating, still pretty sharp. He kind of fell asleep a couple times, but I fall asleep all the time. I almost fell asleep on you guys once. No, not really. No, he's great. Grandpa's awesome. He's the only grandparent I have alive now. So, you know, I had 3 other grandparents, and they're no longer here. But, yeah, so it's good to cherish who you have when you have them. So, hello, everyone. It's nice to see people. It's nice to see new people. People who've been here for a while. Christine and Chad and Scott. Let's see. Eric is on. I'm doing well, Eric. Thank you very much. Shaquan, how are you? Christine Cheebs. Awesome. Let's see who else. Christopher, Chris. Awesome, great. So all of you are awesome and great. A lot of you comment. Hopefully you saw yesterday's episode. Your grandpa's 99. That is awesome. That is a joy right there. Is he a Lucy fan? He's actually a big fan of John Wayne. Oh my gosh, my grandpa loves John Wayne. He loves Chuck Norris. He loves like all those cowboy movies. What else? He loves the Stooges. Yeah, he loves a lot of the old-timey stuff, but he's a Lakers fan too. Like he's my cousin got him into that. So yeah, if you do have any questions, just plunk it down there. Hey Liam, how are you? Welcome to the channel, and if you are new, hello. There's really no limit on what we can talk about. It's usually called the Lucy live stream, and I usually watch Lucy while we talk about it. We have a center of an episode, but you can pretty much ask about my videos or any topic. Like, I won't deny a topic. I do reserve the right maybe to not answer if it gets too private or something like that, but other than that, it should be good. I started the episode. We're going to be focusing on, or if you want to bring this episode up, I think it's great. It gives us some kind of a focus, makes me and reminds me of my teacher days where sometimes we went off topic, excuse me, but there's nothing wrong with that. But we always have something that grounds us and we start with it. So Lucy goes to Alaska. Last time we talked about and watched Lucy Makes Room for Danny. So Lucy Goes to Alaska is a February 9th, 1959 episode. So this is kind of getting toward the end of this whole thing. Hello, Angela. I am super hyped for Farming Simulator 19, like super hyped. More videos are coming out, so just you wait and see. Episode 8, supporting cast: Red Skelton, of course, Bellboy, Sid Melton, desk clerk. We have a lot of clerks. Look at this. Eskimos and show director. Look at that. Poor everybody else. Interesting note. A lot of the ice or the snow scenes were filmed in Lake Arrowhead, 100 miles north of LA. So, of course, show was filmed in LA. So, good to know. Awesome, awesome. How do you pronounce your name? Evie? Evi? Everyone has different ways of saying different things. So, I just want to know. I want to get it correct. Let's see. I recently noticed that the set to the Lucy show is the same one used in Three's Company. What are your thoughts? Really? Is it the same? Or is it very similar? What would be the same? Like the position of the doors? I would have to really check that out because I know the Three Company set pretty well. Scott, how is flying? It's going well. I have another lesson hopefully on Tuesday. I'm really grinding on, I'm trying to almost do 3 lessons a week if I can. 2 at the minimum. I really want to get this going. My instructor said I'm ready to solo very, very soon. So hopefully you guys will get to see that. He's already ready with the camera. He said, I'm going to have the camera while I'm on the ground, and when you're soloing, take another camera up, and you can use that. So that'd be great. I'm doing awesome, Charles. Thank you for asking. Oh, awesome, Yolanda. Hi to you and hi to your granddaughter as well. What's her name? Oh, Evie. Evie? Evie. Okay, there we go. Evie. Awesome. That's a really nice name. Very nice pronunciation. I like that. Because Evie, I've seen, but not Evie. Yeah. So, that'd be awesome. Second channel if you get a free copy of the game. That's awesome. I'm not gonna get a free copy of the game. I'm not that cool. I'm not as cool as you. Her name is Genesis. So welcome, Genesis. That's awesome. The Door and the Arches. You know, it could be because I believe they were filmed in the same studio. Don't quote me on that. Could well be. Sid Melton was Danny's manager on Make Room for Danny. Oh, cool. Awesome fact, Joel. Let me see. Will you be watching the Oscars? No. Oh, wow. Chad Baxter. Awesome. So Chad just went in the super chat and donated to the channel $4.99. That's awesome. You're so cool. Great channel. Keep it up. What's your all-time favorite episode of I Love Lucy before the hour specials were filmed? Be hopeful. Oh, awesome. Let me give you a fist pound right there. It's not a punch. It's a fist pound. Thanks so much. What would be my favorite? Well, definitely, I'll say it again, home movies. Home movies, I really, really love that episode. I'm still not tired of it yet. I'll give you my second favorite as well, Bonus Bucks. They're right next to each other in the time that they aired. So that is really cool. The super chat is a great way to support the channel because, you know, YouTube's kind of crazy with the demonetization and stuff like that. And so this is a great way to get, you know, support for the channel. And by the way, in case you didn't know, because you know I like to give things away, I'm giving this away. I'm not going to give you the requirements. You're going to have to watch the video that I posted last, the one on Tallulah Bankhead, on how to get this. This is real. This is real. These giveaways are real. I've done them with playing cards, Lucy playing cards. I've done them with a few things. But this is a legitimate, like, real DVD. I can show it to you guys. It has the first 35 episodes of season 1. It is sealed. I didn't open it. I don't even have this. I have another type of season 1. And so you can win this. This is real. Someone is going to win this. I'm going to ship it to them free of cost. All you got to do is look at the requirements, which is like, I'll just say one. You have to subscribe. But you have to do a couple other things. You don't have to send me money, nothing like that. It's just for you guys. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, okay? So after the live stream one, watch that one. And I'll tell you all the tricks there. I'll tell you the way to do it. You work for Giants. What? Liam, awesome, really? You work for Giants. What do you do for Giants? Let me know. Do you code or do you work with like, I don't know, there could be a lot of jobs. Do you work with the, what do you call it? Sorry, I'm in a brain fart. Do you work with not the sponsors, but like the different labels, the brands? You know, that's a really cool job. You want it? Katie wants it. It's gonna be kind of a lottery. I'm gonna go through the comments and choose someone at random. It's gonna be through random chooser. And then after that happens, I'm gonna ask for verification that you fulfilled the requirements. After you do, boom, it's to you. That's it. Absolutely free. And because I want this to go to someone who doesn't have any of the episodes, or if you don't have this at least, because a lot of you ask me, how can I see this for free and stuff? And I would love to have you all at least have one season, you know, so you can watch some episodes at your will whenever you want. Because sometimes you need a refresher. Sometimes you need a break from life. And that's what that does. So you grew up. Okay, I love the building the barbecue ones. All my favorite. So Scott, that's a season 6 episode. That is a great one. That's a great one. When they build the barbecue, take it back down. That is hilarious. You grew up watching Lucy, Ron, when it was on primetime. Yes, next to Burns and Allen's. Oh, so you go way back. Is on the train leaving California. I do love that one. That was one of my favorites of season 4. Season 4? Or is it season 5? Oh man, you're testing me. I think that's season 5 because that's a great train robbery. Yeah, that's great. Is it 5? It's beginning of 5. Yeah, okay, season 5. My bad. Yes, that is part of season 5. The Great Train Robbery. That is a good one. I love that one. The whole set that moves and everything. That is amazing. What else? Let me see, y'all. You love that you covered the Tallulah Bankhead. Well, I'm glad that was for you, Angela, then. And so many people who requested more Lucy-Desi Comedy Hour facts and stuff. And they also wanted really to see Tallulah info. And so that was in. And it was in no way a means of putting Tallulah down. It was an idea because, remember, I showed both sides. She had her version. They have Desi's version. And you have an unnamed source's version. So you guys come to your conclusions, but I present the facts. And so I think that's a good one because it leaves things kind of up to you guys. You know, up to you guys, which is great. That's how I like it. Yeah, Christine, so we'll go through the episodes again. Absolutely. We'll start back in season 1 because I think when I started this, if you go back to like the first live stream, I kind of skipped around. Like I think I did like episode 2, then I jumped to like episode 7. So I skipped a few until I got to like the mid of the series, somewhere in season 3 or 4 where I started going every episode. But that wasn't originally the plan. So, I mean, it's good. And as we find out more things and talk, and we learn more things, so it's kind of cool. You're currently making 19. Awesome. Well, that is so cool. You're working hard, and I appreciate your hard work. Robert, I think the hardest scene to perform is Harpo and Lucy doing the mirror scene, even though it was taken. Yeah, I think that was good. Remember, Groucho kind of gave Harpo gave his blessing to do the episode, so I think that is great. Chad, so you have 2 kids, right? According to here, 10 and 5-year-old daughter watch them all. I'm so glad some of these new, this new generation is able to see Lucy and appreciate and like it. I don't think, you know, I don't believe when people say, oh no, the new generation's not gonna like. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think so. Even my students who are really not into some of the old classic stuff, they would watch it. I show them a great episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, which in my opinion is some of the best Star Trek material out there. And these students were really like, wow, why aren't there shows like this? This is so well written. Like, they would tell me, I didn't say this is a well written show. I would say, okay, we're gonna talk about this. It relates to our studies and what it means to be human. That was what we were talking about. They were like, wow, this is so well written. It's just like really like thick but understandable. Like, they respected it. And that made me think that almost anyone can enjoy this. Oh my gosh, Chad, you are hitting this out of the park. You are awesome. I gotta send you something, Chad. I got something I'm gonna send you. Are you, Chad, answer me this. Are you a fan of the Lucy show at all? Let me know if you're a fan of the Lucy show. Awesome. Chad has another donated gift. Awesome. We'll go through the channel to help it keep running. If you could have dinner with a cast member of I Love Lucy, who would it be? And what are the 2 questions you'd ask them? If one thing you would warn them about the future. Oh man, dinner in the era. Okay, am I going to get chastised for saying this? I love Lucy. Like, I like Lucy. I love Desi. I love Vivian. But can I just have dinner once with Bill Frawley? Oh man, like, I just think he would be a riot. Like, I think he would be hilarious. No filter. And so you want to say, so that's answering that, Bill Frawley. What are the 2 questions I've asked him? Number 1, what does he think about the popularity of I Love Lucy? Like, is he excited about it? Is he still amazed that it is still on for so long? So kind of like that, like the popularity of I Love Lucy. What does he think about that? And the second thing, what is his biggest regret in life? And not in a negative thing, but like, what is something that he would have wanted to do? Because it's like, you know, he made it big. He made a name for himself. He was known as a great actor. But is there something in his life that he maybe wished he would have done? And one thing I would warn him or warn them about the future. I warn him about copyright and YouTube. No, I don't. No, I don't know if I would warn him about anything. I would just let them know how much they're appreciated. Like, I would let them know that they're never gonna understand how much people love them, and it probably won't make sense to them because they're like, they don't know us, right? They don't know what we did. But the fact of comedy, it goes inside of you. Comedy like messes with your emotions in a good way, and it's like they become a part of us. They never knew us, right, in a way, but we knew them so intimately, and so I really want them to know that they're never going to understand how important they are to us, and to realize that, you know. But yeah, that's just me, that they're really important to us. Randy Tompkins from season 1, I Love Lucy goes on a diet. The audition scene is hilarious. Yes, so Lucy goes on a diet. That's a great one. The audition scene Is it the one where she's dancing with Lucy? Is it where Desi is dancing with Lucy? Is that the one you're talking about? Ron, you were blown away when I told you Barbara Eden had a part. I remember that show, but never knew it was Barbara Eden. See, that was cool. To be honest, when I first started doing these live streams and videos, I didn't know that either. I learned that through reading and just going through. Lucy just flipped over the hammock. I found that out. That's a great... And I would never feel ashamed. Never feel ashamed of something that you don't know, guys, and that you learn. Because we're all learning here, and you guys still teach me. I get messages from people, and they'll find a blooper, which I'm like, I never knew that. And so there's never shame in learning. And so I'm glad you bring that up, Ron. Awesome. Yep, that was Barbara Eden. She looks amazing, doesn't she? Yolanda, yes, I Love Lucy's for everyone in every age, and that's what's important. Like, you know, I don't have kids, but when I do have kids, because I hope to have kids, I'm going to show them Lucy. I'm going to show them Gilligan, and hopefully they like it. I don't want to brainwash them in a sense. If they don't like it, they don't. But I feel that they will, because they'll be like, wow, this is funny. This is great. And you know, passing on your genes. I hope they like what I like. But anyway. Chad, and of course you own all the seasons. But do you have, like, the Lucy show? Meaning like the one that came after with her, because I have a DVD here that I would gladly send you, but I want to know if you have it or not, because I don't want to send you something that you don't have. And if you do have it, let me know the truth, because I do have other things that I have in mind. So just as a way of thanking you, because you are great supporter of the channel. Oh, Liam, you have to be going to work soon. I know, get on that game, because we're waiting for so much good stuff, and I'm really excited about that. So Giants knows about my videos. Well, you're part of Giants, so I guess you would know, right? I appreciate that. Dinner with Frawley would be... Wouldn't it be great? Like with Lucy, I think Lucy would be great, but she's very quiet. She was very quiet in real life, and I think Desi would be awesome too. He had a lot in his brain. Vivian, I see her as very like an introvert, but I could be wrong. Well, I could definitely send this to you, Chad. Do you want me to send this to you? Like, would this be... It has how many episodes? I think it has... 4 episodes, 4 full episodes in color of the Lucy show. Approximately 90 minutes, it says. So it can't be 4 episodes. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay, so let me know. I would gladly send that to you when I send out this one. What someone's going to win. So absolutely. I want to keep this in the contest, of course, in that one there. Okay, you own all the seasons. What's your favorite Netflix show to binge? Oh, great question. Oh man, I binge everything on Netflix. I kind of got off of Netflix because I used to watch a lot of TV on Netflix. I watched a lot of the Star Trek stuff, caught on to it. Walking Dead, I really binged on that a lot. I really love watching TV shows because they're not that long compared to a movie. But I started watching movies a lot more because I'm doing the movie reviews. So yeah. So I guess that kind of answers your question. Yeah, Randy, I'm glad to see you in the live stream, by the way, Randy. Ricky makes her audition and other girls, and she splits a size 12 costume. Yeah, isn't that crazy? That is funny. I love that. And then she does the dance at the end. I think she does a pretty good Cuban Pete number. She danced really well in that. Amazing acting between Vivian Vance and William Frawley, considering how much they hate each other. Isn't that great, Ron? That's why I bring attention to that video where they have their feud, because they had their feud. But they got along so well, and even, I think their body language, it was like, I don't know, they put it aside for their work. And it's great because even my instructor, when I fly, he's like, Rick, whatever's going on at home, I don't care if it's good, it's bad, you put it aside. You don't think about that when you're flying. You gotta think about staying safe and flying. And I'm like, you're right. And I think that's being a professional, good pilot. Same thing with being an actor. Like, you know, you hear about all these actors going crazy on set and stuff. It's like, hey, leave that stuff at home. You know, do your work. Your work. And these were professionals. Love it. Okay, let me see. Bum, bum, bum. Chad says 2 kids and 1 on the way. No way! Congratulations, you're having a 3rd kid. That is awesome. Due in April. That's like next month. If it's a girl, its name is gonna be Desiree. Oh, that's awesome. But Desi for sure. That is so cool. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. That is great. If it's a girl, so you don't know if it's a girl. That is awesome. Well, hopefully she'll be watching Lucy. Or he. It could be a he, right? Because you don't know yet. Because you already have 2 girls. You might have a boy. Or might have another girl. Who knows? Oh, I appreciate it. Like I tell people send me letters, and just the fact of a simple letter, like, that's amazing. And the fact that people contribute even to the channel, like, means a lot. Like, it floors me every single time, and I do appreciate it. And like, I don't know, it means a lot. So the least I can do is send you something like this, because again, I have a lot of Lucy stuff now, and I want to be able to share the wealth. You know, can't keep everything for yourself. Kippy Boo. Nick, nice name, not mine. Mine's Rick, but that's okay. I'm assuming typo. Sorry you're late. Don't worry about it. That is great. You guys don't need to apologize. You come in and out whenever you'd like. And if you know, people have lives, they have stuff to do. But if you have time later on, you can watch it. That's why YouTube keeps your spot, which I do think is good about it. Keeps your spot, and then you can continue watching. Christine, Netflix has a show about a Cuban family starring Rita Moreno. I think you would really like it. It's called One Day at a Time. It has a lot of Hispanic family references. Oh, very cool. Is that a, like, when does that go back? Like 60s? 60s era? Awesome. Give me boo. Sorry, meant Rick. Small keyboard. I get you. I was giving you a hard time. I get called Nick a lot, actually. It's pretty funny, and I find it hysterical. Blab tag. They say that flying is 80% discipline and 20% skill. Keep up the good work. I would agree with that. There's a lot of discipline that goes into this. And sometimes I like let go and have a little bit of fun, but most of the time I'm just focused. Like, I'm really focused and trying to make good decisions. And it's tough because you have to make really, really quick decisions. And obviously you carry a lot of power in your hands. Like, you notice that you can do so much with the plane and hurt yourself accidentally, or hurt yourself if you like on purpose, meaning like if you come in, you have to make a decision and you don't make it, then you could get hurt. So you have to really be sharp. You're waiting for a boy. Yep. I get you. I know what you're talking about. Whenever you see Lucy stuff, it's always show all 4 of them in the car. I wonder why that is. That's true. That's like the stereotypical Lucy stuff, right? When there are 4 of them in the car, the California Here We Come look. Yep. Oh, awesome. Angela, did you see my video on that? I made a video on that. Her name is Verna Felton, and she was the voice of Cinderella's godmother, so I made a video on that. Oh, yeah, there's a lot. There is B. Benaderet. She was the granny from Tweety. You know, Tweety Granny. She was in a Lucy episode. You also have, oh, you have a lot. You have Maleficent, I believe, as well, which I can't remember her name. Goodness, I made a video on that. I gotta make a video just on like Disney characters who voiced Disney and were in I Love Lucy. There's quite a few. Pluto's son, I believe, was on I Love Lucy. I'm forgetting all these names right now, guys and gals. I feel so embarrassed. You guys will probably know them. But yeah, I got to compile these together and make a video just highlighting all of these individuals. It's pretty cool because remember, before, I think there wasn't really a differentiation between voice actor and just actor. Like, if you're an actor, you're an actor. And so, like, Piglet was in a lot of 60s shows. Like, I heard that voice and I was like, that's Piglet. I'd never know what he looked like the actor, and then I Googled it and I was like, yeah, it's him. That was pretty cool. So you do have that. Who else do you have? You don't have, or yeah, you have a few. You have a few others which don't come to mind, but I gotta compile it for you. It's a modern day version of Netflix of the 60s version of One Day at a Time. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh, there goes Lucy getting on the bed and breaking the whole thing. Good Tori, how are you? Is that how you say your name? I want to make sure to say everyone's name correctly. Just like when Lucy's mother called Ricky Mickey. Yep, see, I get the nick. I get the nick. Oh, poor Mickey. Mickey Mikado, remember that one? Christopher, to me, flying is a time to leave the world behind and just enjoy experience. Yeah, it does. I can tell you, most of my life problems disappear. Like, I don't even remember that I need to go to the bathroom. I don't remember that I need to eat later. Like, I don't think I get hungry up there. Mostly I'm worried about the problems up there. I'm worried about making sure there isn't visual traffic around me, making sure that I'm not flying into a mountain, making sure that I'm holding the correct speed and glide slope for landing, things like that. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Manatee County Man. Rick, do you know how long a typical I Love Lucy show lasted? It was a 30-minute show, but how long did the live show last? Great question. I heard that the quickest one was about 45 minutes. You may be like, wait, that doesn't make sense, Rick. Oh, my shirt. You might say, that doesn't make any sense, Rick. How can we see 23 minutes on? How could it be 45 minutes? I got you. Okay, first of all, yes, what would go on the air live would have to fit within about 23 to 24 minutes, okay? However, think about this. In between scenes, they would have to take some time, because even though all the sets were laid out, they would have to go back and maybe change outfits. They would have to go back and from one set of lights go to the other set of lights. The actors would have to get prepared, moving a couple props that we need here. Maybe that would go bad. Do you really think that, for example, the chocolate for the chocolate episode was laid out there the entire time? No, they had to bring it out. And so stuff like that. Sometimes, very rarely, they had to redo a scene. But I heard the quickest they did it, or they said, and in the Bart Andrews book, they said that they once did an episode in 45 minutes. So I'd say roughly an hour. And again, that has to do with the production side. Although the scenes, you know, like if they had a 5-minute scene that was done live in front of an audience, they took that footage. Sometimes maybe they had to do another shot, like a behind over the shoulder shot, and they would do that later and put that in with editing. But then sometimes they would have to redo things. It was rare. But then they said they had to redo things sometimes with Desi and the way he would say something. He said instead of stalling, it sounded like he said Stalin, like the Russian dictator, the Soviet dictator. And it was kind of a hot thing to say Stalin. So they were like, we got to really say it correct. So they had to redo the scene. So that's an example. Yep. You're correct, Randy. Exactly. The lady who sold him the Connecticut house. The husband and wife, right? Yep. Scott, the Lucy Learns to Drive episode's hilarious. So what's hilarious about it? What do you like most about that episode? Gilbert's happy birthday. Okay, I might have to think about that, Angela, because I definitely want to make a video, but I want to include everyone. And it's funny because a lot of these actors were in other things. For example, Gilligan's Island, we have a young Kurt Russell. Did you guys know that? There's a little boy. He plays Tarzan. That's young Kurt Russell. Like, that's amazing to me. And there's other little tricks or little secrets like that. I mean, relative secrets, right? That not many people know. Robert, did Vivian Vance do any movies? I don't know. I believe she might have. But don't quote me on that. I do know that she used to do opera. So she used to do opera and plays, theater. So that was kind of her forte before moving into I Love Lucy. That's where they found her. Ron, I read once that Vivian Vance was doing stock in La Jolla when Lucy went for a weekend to La Jolla. She was stunned by the performance and told Desi whom she wanted to play Ethel. So I don't know offhand, Ron, because I did read her section, and I believe someone told Desi, but it wasn't Lucy, because Lucy didn't really know about Vivian. Lucy met Vivian 5 days before they would film the first episode. And I wouldn't say they had a rough time, but in the beginning, they had to get used to each other. I'm trying to see. Let me see here. Yeah, she acted along with... She was an understudy of Ethel Merman. She was with Philip Ober. She took over a leading role. She was not pleased. Yeah, I'm probably not going to find it now because I usually leave notes for me for all these things. But I think it was Desi's team. Okay, it was Mark Daniels. Mark Daniels was the one who first knew about Vivian Vance. He had seen her in some type of play and told Desi, and then Desi went to see the play, and he immediately was like, Vivian, we got to use her. Like, she is the one. Even though Lucy was trying to pick out other people like Barbara Pepper and B. Benaderet and so forth, because they were having trouble casting them. They were having trouble casting Vivian, or They had trouble casting Ethel and Fred. Oh, awesome, Charles. That is great. You named your son Desi. That is awesome. Yeah, you were guessing an hour. You're pretty correct. I would say an hour. 45 minutes. Apparently it was fast. Oh, awesome, Kippy. You are all the way from England. I remember now. Yeah, it is 4 p.m. here. 4 p.m. on Sunday. So you're already working on Monday. Well, I mean, not in work, but you're starting Monday. So that is awesome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I can say Happy New Week. You can say Happy Monday. Blab tag. How did Desi pioneer the 3-camera film process? I thought it was done well before. Nope. It was Desi. It was Desi with the assistance of Carl Freund. And who was a cinematographer. He did like the lights and so forth to make sure all the shots were perfect. He also directed as well. And Desi thought it was from his idea that Lucy always wanted to perform in front of an audience. But they were like, you can't do that. TV's not done in front of an audience. But Desi was like, why not? Let's do it. And they were trying to figure out how to do it. They were trying to find theaters, like actual theaters. I'm talking about live theaters. And they're like, we can have an audience, but how do we put the cameras on the stage? Like, it's not going to work. So like, well, let's just use a TV studio. And he thought, well, if we do it with 3 cameras, we can do it live. We can have them all rolling. And then the director can choose the best shots in editing. And then at the same time, the audience can see and Lucy could read it. Like, it was his idea. It was his stuff. And then, of course, he had people who worked the logistics of it. You know, he didn't work the logistics of how the floor would work and the moving. But yeah. And pretty much the cameras were silent when they would move. They were built on like special tires, special wheels that were silent. And there were cushions. So rolling across the floor, you couldn't hear anything. I believe it was cement. So, of course, the rubber... you couldn't really hear it on the cement, and so even though the set itself was on like wood type material. So yeah, hopefully it kind of explains it. That's really like basic, but yeah, I probably have to make an episode on that, of course. Domily, how are you? No problem that you're late. You can see, of course, as you know, whatever you missed in the future when this uploads, when I upload it. Vivian introduced Moanin' and the Moanin' on Broadway after affair with Philip over cause of minor scandal, and he was a married man in 1940. Yep, a lot of human things going on. It was, so Ron, it was, Mark Daniels was the first director of I Love Lucy. There's not a lot of photos. I can show you a picture right here. So here's a photo. That's why I have this book, so I can show you. Okay, so here you have Desi. Here you have Jess Oppenheimer, the brain. And basically, all the ideas from I Love Lucy was him. He started the show. You have Lucy, and then on this side you have Mark Daniels. First director. He didn't last past the first season, I think. Then you had other directors. He had kind of creative differences with Lucy. Lucy would kind of step in a bit, according to that. And he was really bothered because he's like, well, if you want to direct it, Lucy, you direct it. You want to act it? Act it. He's like, you paid me to direct it. So they had a couple issues there. But I believe he saw her. Again, I have to make a video on this. Again, there's so much material, guys and gals, to do. But if I remember correctly, phone rang. It was Billy Josephine suggesting to Mark to meet with Desi regarding the possible Lucy assignment. Let me just see. No decision had been made. The 3 men felt the performer. Yep. Mark had heard, the more convinced they should consider his pal. So it was, okay, Mark Daniels, the director, had a pal, Vivian Vance, who he met in New York through an instructor at the American Academy of the Dramatic Arts. Boom. Desi and Jess did not know who in the world she was, and then they decided to go and see her show. She had a Broadway show. Wait, not on Broadway, wait. Yeah, you're right. She was appearing this very week at the La Jolla Playhouse. So let's go see her. So Mark Daniels, Desi Arnaz, and Jess Oppenheimer had gone. Lucy had just given birth to Lucy Jr., or Lucy Luckenbill, 11 days earlier, so she couldn't go. And Desi saw her in like the first 5 minutes. It was like, she will be our Ethel. And Lucy had to trust Desi's opinion. I mean, Desi called a lot of the shots. It's not a surprise. And most people said that. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. Isn't that crazy, Ron? She's still on the throne, the Queen of England. That is nuts. Yes, I still watch that episode and I'm like, wow, still. Like, how much time has passed? I mean, I'm 30 years old and she's still on the throne. It's like, are you kidding me? Wow. Brad, you just discovered my channel last week. Well, awesome. Fist pump. Thank you for discovering my channel. This is the first time I've caught your live stream. Well, great. Don't forget to, when you subscribe, hit the notification bell that tells you when I go live. So that takes the sweat off of me going on. Because again, I wish I could have a set time. But again, I have quite a busy schedule with flying now and, you know, seeing family and so forth. And I try to work in a live stream every week if I can. Next week I should be good. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to a convention. I'm going to be leaving the convention around 11. Hopefully, I'll make it back for the live stream. So, yes, guys and gals. Let me go back to this. Angela, do you know of any news regarding the I Love Lucy movie with Kate Blanchett? I don't. I don't know what's going on with that. I kind of really don't keep up with that stuff just because it's like new news. I'm honestly really not into like when they remake this stuff. It never really interested me, I guess, when I was younger, because it's like they do their biography, and to be honest with you, I am interested in the actors themselves and how they were brought to the show, but my interest gets more into the show itself. Like, I love the art of it, you know what I mean? I love the art of what is going on, the camera, what's coming through, the fantasy of it, you know, but then I also like the behind the scenes stuff. I'm not really interested in like when they remake stuff, to be honest with you, but I'm kind of keeping an ear out to see what happens. Correct, Scott. She was pretty much the first to have a live audience. Yep. Because Armis Brooks did not, I believe. It was too small. It was too small of a studio to even include an audience like that. It was pretty much stuck to the Lucy. They had a connecting door. In case you didn't know that, I went to the actual studios, both of them. And where they shot I Love Lucy, and they're always right next to each other. There was a connecting door that would keep them together. Let me see here. Hi Rick, Des from South Australia. Wow, South Australia, that is awesome. What's your city? I would love to know. I really want to visit Australia, like Sydney, but I want to go to the Outback too. That would be cool. I don't know anything about Australia, so I'm really ignorant in that sense, but I want to learn. I think that is awesome. Yeah, Christine Sheeps, absolutely, 100% Vivian Vance sang opera. She was a classically trained opera singer and theater actress. That's why they thought she would be good in I Love Lucy, because it's basically theater. Think about it, theater in front of cameras. Theater, when I'm talking about live theater, like Shakespeare and so forth, think about it, it's the same thing. There's an audience, they're doing it live, right, in front of you. There's live actors, so you get that experience, but usually it's not on camera. Well, this was kind of adding the camera aspect, so yeah. Okay, I usually talk and then some of the comments go up and I miss them and it's on slow. That is so funny. So in case I don't get to your question or comment, that's one of the positives of seeing live chat, because I will always see your comment. It's left like right here on the side. Or just ask again. I have no problem to go back and ask. So ask again. Again, I'm not trying to ignore you. Sometimes I miss them. So Ron, you were 6 years old when the Queen was... Are you English by any chance? Because you're calling her Majesty, so I don't know if usually here we don't call the Queen Her Majesty, so I'm just guessing. Your last name according to that is English, so that'd be cool. Wow, that is nuts. That is crazy. Love your stuff on the Three Stooges. Thank you, Blester Troy. Awesome. This is your first live stream. Well, awesome. What's your favorite so far that I've done? Which of those Stooge shorts do you love the best? Domily, I am super excited about hitting 10,000. Like, it's nuts. When I got to 7,000, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a while. But then it like blew up. 6, 7, 8, like all of a sudden 9 now. Got here really quickly, and I'm sure it's gonna be like a slow trek to 10 because it's like the last couple. Like, I have a live counter here, which is kind of funny. I look at it every once in a while, right there. And this is live. This is 100% live of the growth. So if someone literally clicks, that will go up the second it clicks. And so no one has clicked so far, but it's less than 400. There's 350 subscribers left. That is nuts. That is nuts. I'm excited because, of course, it's a number, right? But there's so much meaning behind that number. Like 10,000. I I heard that 90% of YouTube channels don't reach 150. So it's like 10,000 is like nuts to me. I'm gonna be able to go inside YouTube, which is not far, that's why I'm pointing that way. The YouTube, oh geez, there's a YouTube location. It's like they have cameras available in studios that you can use for free of charge as long as you have 10,000 or more subscribers. So if I ever need that, I can go there. Hopefully I can film in there, like, for you guys. But that's so awesome. So I'm excited. And I need to do a special 10,000 type video for you guys. Okay. Chad, another donation. Oh my gosh. Thank you again. You're awesome. Have to head out. Boom, fist pump. Hate to leave. Keep up the great work. Awesome content. Oh, and that's your email. Okay, awesome. You can always send it to me through message, because here I'll probably lose it because the comment will go up. Send it to me on my Ricknineg page, like as a message. That'll be great. And that's a great way for you guys to contact me if you want to. Ricknineg Facebook page. Not my private Facebook page. That's for my family and friends. Like, personal use. This is more business, if that makes sense. Thank you so much, Randy. I'm so excited. Again, it's just a number. Like, I know, like, some people could say it's just a number, but it's one of those things where your work kind of shows. Like, if I have 10,000 people behind me, like, that's nuts. That is nuts. My high school was, to me, it was huge. It was 1,200 people. I mean, when I hit 1,200, I was like, wow, that's enough guys in my high school. And 10,000, now I'm struggling. Now I'm like, this is like a stadium type, like a small stadium. Like, this is nuts. So I really do appreciate that. Yolanda, do you know if they still use the old studios where I Love Lucy was filmed? Yeah, so go and check out my videos where I go to the studio and I tell you what's filming there. They're still used, and they're definitely, like, all these places are still available. You can go see them. Blester Troll, you forgot the name, but the one where the studios go golfing. Yes. Three Little Beers, I believe. You know, there was a short where Lucy was on, but you also forgot the title. Yes, Three Little Pigskins. Three Little Pigskins. I did make a video on that. Awesome. Yeah, and Kippy Boo got it right there before I did. Oh, Ron, you're a Texan, but I have respect for the Queen. Absolutely. Definitely understand, which is why you call Elizabeth Her Majesty, because you have an unusual last name. Your heritage is English. That's awesome. That is so cool. Rick. I'm reading. Rick. I'm an avid I Love Lucy fan. Could you give a tough trivia question to answer? Oh man, sometimes you're asking me, so I guess I can do that. But sometimes I don't want to appear snobby, being like, well, I know this. Let me ask you something. Hopefully to stump you guys, you know. But if you ask, I'll definitely do it. Let's see. How many times? Okay, now this might be hard. I don't know. How many times did Jay Novello appear on I Love Lucy? Now, in case you don't know, I'll give you a little hint. Jay Novello was the guy who played Mr. Merriweather in the Seance episode. He appeared a few times, more than once. How many times did he appear? And if you can name the episodes. That might be pretty tough. I don't know. Maybe you want harder. I don't know, guys. Hey, Rick. Dave from New York. Is it me, or was Ethel supposed to appear, oh, geez, much younger than Fred? That was an issue because they wanted her as an actress, but they did know that there was a difference in age there. So yeah, Scott, you have to go. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, and I will have fun flying on Tuesday if weather doesn't cancel, if weather permits. Working third shift, bless her. Wow, your memory at the moment is a mess. Well, I appreciate you joining me and being on here while you're at work. That's awesome. That's a great compliment. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Becky, I hope you reach. Well, let me tell you something. I'm confident. I know I'll reach 10,000. I'm not saying that in a snobby way. I have faith. It's going to happen. And it's all to you guys. It's all about you guys, because I can create all the content I want, but if I don't have support from people, it means nothing. So it's all you guys who made that happen. Ron, you love the episode where Lucy misplaced her passport and you're laughing at that. Yeah, that's a good episode for sure. Your 10,000 subscriber will be from someone at work who isn't supposed to be on YouTube. The first one when Lucy was one. That's funny. That is funny. Got to run. Have a great day. Yeah, Christina, I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to do that as well. I'm trying to catch up with the messages here, but keep sending them. It's great. Have you tried playing HQ Trivia? Prize is 50,000 tonight. It's free to play. Oh, awesome. I didn't know about that. That's a tough one. 3 or 4. Can you name the episodes? That makes it so much harder. You guys are like, no. 3 or 4. One of those is the correct answer. I'll just tell you that. You appeared twice. Okay, we're going to start there. Which ones? He was also Mario, the guy they met in Italy. So you're saying the seance. Italy. There is definitely one more. There may be more. The seance. The sublease, you got it. And the visitor from Italy. Is there a 4th? Kirk, you've got one for me. Me? What was the brand of the notorious washer in Never Do Business with Friends? Oh, geez. So the washer that got messed up? Oh, I don't know. Believe me, I don't know everything about I Love Lucy. I think I know a good amount. But with the name of the washer, I gotta think. Oh, geez. Was it? I'm just guessing. It was like a Sears? I don't know. You guys will probably know. You guys definitely will know. I won't. That's a hard one, Kirk. Believe me. That's one of the things. I wish I knew everything, but I don't. Apronay. Is that really I've never even heard of what that is. Is that a brand? Was it Westinghouse? Could have been Westinghouse. Good one, Helen. That's a better guess than me. Handy Dandy. I don't know if it was Handy Dandy. I don't know. You guys are sharp on this stuff. Vivian Vance. I'm sure you mean contract, Ron. 15 pounds heavier than Lucy. I don't want to quote you on that, but I made a video on that. You should look at the facts before assuming that, because there's a lot of myths out there. That's why please watch my fact or fiction episodes, because I clear a lot of that stuff up. And I'll just tell you that that's not true. I'll spoil it. Oh, you've never heard of it either, but that's it. Epernay. Okay. Wow. I think you were the only one who knew that. That is really, really good, because I didn't see it appear. I saw a lot of other guesses. So awesome. Now I will know. Epernay. 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 So I can be the person now and be like, what's the name of the washing machine? Because Kirk told me. Now I know. Me smart. Not really. I just copied your answer. I'm going to sit in a different position today. I have my knee up. Like my knee's like right there. Yeah. Wishy-washy. That's the brand. Oh, yes. How and when did you become such a fan of I Love Lucy? Oh, this is great, because now that I'm flying and I see Red Skelton flying a small plane like I fly with Lucy, that is awesome. I became a fan around the time that I was 3 years old. I know some of you maybe don't believe that. I have video of me watching Lucy as a little kid and watching Gilligan's Island at my brother's baptism. My brother is 4 years younger than I was. I was barely even 4 years old. I think it was between 3 and 4. And so my brother was like a month or something old. And it was his baptism. And before church, I was sitting down watching Gilligan's Island. My dad was filming the whole day. And he was like, Rick, it's time to go. And you can see Gilligan's Island, the episode where Lovey is like Cinderella. Yeah, I'm going to put that on YouTube one day to show people how much of a fan I am of those shows. Like some people may be like, no, he just started watching last year. Nope, 3 years old. Pull the book I sent you with the trivia questions. Oh, Jeeps, it's over there in my closet behind me. I have to get it. I have to get it. 10,000 will hit before you know it. Well, I appreciate that, Christopher. Thank you. Congratulations. You have a full, exciting life. Well, I appreciate that. I hope I do. I wish I do. Not like they seem, not like some of these YouTubers that climb mountains and all this stuff. I don't. I fly, I make YouTube videos, but you know what? I mean that in a kind of sarcastic way, because I'm very appreciative of my life. I know of I'm less than 1%, like less than 1% of the world's population can enjoy the life that I have, and I don't have overabundance, but what I do have, I'm very appreciative for it. So yes, I mean that. Kippy Boo, you're on the right track. Very, very, very good. Yeah, Kirk, I did an episode, well, not exclusively on that, but where I mentioned that about the clock being always stuck at 12. And someone was like trying to explain it, that people don't wind them, and so they're always stuck at one time. And I was like, hey, maybe. I've never had one of those. So that could be. But it's cool how people try to explain some of this stuff. Hello, Helen. Are you new? I don't think I've seen you before. Or maybe I haven't paid attention. So we know Viv and Fred start off shaky and ended up not having their spin-off together. But what do you think about the in-betweens? They seemed they could have gotten along. Yeah, I think it was one of those points where it's like, you know, when you act, not that I've acted, but sometimes you get into your character. Like, it's your work. It's acting. I mean, you're still a human being. There's still emotions. And although sometimes you could be conflicted, I think that when you're doing a job, other emotions can play into it. So maybe at some points, like, I hope this makes sense. Like, he might have believed that was his wife, if that makes sense. Like, you're acting on it, you've been doing it, you're really practicing. It's like it's ingrained in you. But then when you really think about it, it's like, oh yeah, but I don't like this woman kind of thing. You know what I mean? Same thing with Vivian to him. So I don't know. Sometimes I think that, because sometimes it looks like they have great chemistry and sometimes they don't. And so I think it was just like very up and down. Yeah. So Ron, I have a whole section playlist in my videos called Fact or Fiction. And I bring up a lot of these things that some people say, oh, it's fact, oh, it's fiction. And I have, obviously, I look this stuff up, research it for you guys, and make a video on it and give you the reasons why it's fact or fiction. And so that's great, because there's a lot of incorrect things out there. And I drive exotic cars. Okay, Randy, you are correct. Yes, not everyone can drive exotic cars, so I'm very fortunate in that, because I like them. I used to not like them up to high school, so let me tell you, I used to not care, and then I started having an interest in them. And let me tell you, Randy, next weekend I'm going to have a blessed opportunity to drive one of the coolest cars that a human being is able to drive. Can I even say that? Yeah, pretty much. And so the next few weeks there'll be a lot of videos on that car, because I'm just going to go crazy on it. So I'm very, very blessed in that sense, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And yeah, don't forget to watch my last video on Tallulah Bankhead. You guys made that video hit 1,000 views in the first day. That was nuts. Like, the support on that video was insane. Like, I really do appreciate that. Like, this channel is really growing. I could see it in the views and in the support and the comments. Like, it's amazing. Brad, the only thing I can tell you a few things, but I would miss things. And so whenever I have a question that is really directly answered by an episode, I would point you to that episode, the Vivian and Bill, feud. I made a whole video on it and covered it all. So go ahead and take a look, pretty much from when they met to their death, or till Frawley's death. And I explain pretty much everything. Yeah, I give you all those details. What episode was Lucy's favorite episode she loved playing in? Oh, that's a good question. You know what? Okay, so I could be wrong here, but I think I know that Lucy Luckinbill's or Lucy's was the Scotland episode. Would you believe that? I know that Lucy Arnaz Luckinbill memorized the entire script because she sang the songs in that episode. And so that was her favorite. And that was kind of weird to me, because I know a lot of fans disliked that episode. So it was just interesting to me. Was it the operetta for Lucy? I would totally believe you. Like, I think that makes sense, because Lucy loved that stuff. Candace, the name of the episode where Lucy wants to celebrate her second honeymoon. So the one where she was in Hollywood, or the one where, oh yeah, it's called Honeymoon, or Second Honeymoon. That was in season 5 when they're on the boat going to Europe. That's the one you're talking about, I'm pretty sure. Awesome. Well, the episode ended, guys and gals. This feels like a quick hour. We're at 53 minutes. If you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask. Don't be shy, especially if you've never typed anything. I see a lot of people on the live stream, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, Christine, I think you're absolutely right. That's how the relationship was like. Becky, when's my birthday? August 13th. It's still quite a bit away, but I'll be 31. Yeah. It was a company that Sheldon Leonard worked for. Well, Sheldon Leonard was the actor, right? Favorite episode was Stomping the Grape. See, I don't know. So I don't want to claim that. It was then Lucy Luckinbill, because I did read that it was one of the two that liked the Scotland. So that was correct, but I'm not sure about Lucy off the top of my head. On the boat. Yep, that's the one, Candace. Second honeymoon. Lucy does a TV commercial, aka Vitamina Benjamin. Have a great week as well, Christopher. Awesome. Yeah, she didn't like the tree in the Christmas episode. Oh man, I'm still a puppy. Awesome. Oh, awesome, Angela. Awesome. The big boy toys, right? Your birthdays are November 8th. Well, awesome. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to take off. See, you guys may be like, yay, he has a free day. Nope. I got to make a car video for my second channel. And I also have to make a video for tomorrow. I think it may be a flying episode for tomorrow. And then my car thing, I don't know. I think I have an idea. But yeah, my life is videos, but I enjoy it. So I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully we'll see you next week in the live stream. Hit that notification bell. If you're subscribed, hit that notification bell because whenever I go on live, it'll let you know. And so that's how people get on like that. And you will never miss the live stream. We'll see you next time, guys and gals. Thank you for your positivity. It is awesome. And I appreciate it. You're awesome. And hopefully maybe by next week, sometime, maybe in 10 days or so, we will get 10,000 subscribers. 10,000. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, be hopeful.